Well, fentanyl is a clandestine killer, and Texans are victimized by Mexican cartels that produce and import it. So cartels are terrorists, and it's time that we started treating them that way.
Simply stated, the Biden administration has refused to deal with this crisis, or frankly, even to really acknowledge it.
On today's House floor, Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn expressed his disdain of the administration's response to the border crisis.
Here's a chart that shows the cities that have been receiving migrants from the Biden administration. To state the obvious, the burden of this crisis should not fall on our border communities.
We reached out to the Texas Democratic Congressman Joaquin Castro, and he sent us this statement. Texans are outraged at Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott because they deceive vulnerable families with false promises and then abandon them. These human trafficking operations would be reprehensible no matter where the migrants landed. There is a world of difference between federal efforts to reunite families and sadistic political stunts.
With Castro, you're seeing the democratic message. They're using terms like human trafficking. Obviously, there's a legal implication there, and that's something that would need to be decided in the courts.
Political science expert Andrew Sanders says the border crisis will be a major issue in the upcoming midterms.
The purpose of this, as Senator Cornyn suggested in his comments, is to provoke a reaction from Democrats.
Meanwhile, an immigration attorney says sending the migrants to other states could keep them from showing up at their court hearings.
The possibility of having deportation orders against them because they don't know the immigration process.
This is candy. The worst that'll come from eating too much of this is a sugar high, maybe even a cavity. But this is rainbow fentanyl. Something that people think looks like candy, but are fearful could be a huge killer of children who eat it unknowingly, thinking that it's this.
Basically, they're making money and getting rich off us, but they're killing our kids.
It's pretty alarming.
Parents now on alert as a new form of a deadly drug is popping up all over America. Dr. Sean Varney says rainbow fentanyl is now crossing the border and designed to entice youth.
From the pictures that I've seen of the pills, they kind of look like candy. They kind of look like sweet tarts or something of that nature.
That was my thought exactly. And what better way to entice a child or to just stimulate the interest, like, oh, that looks good. I want to put it in my mouth.
But Varney says even one pill to a child is deadly. Fentanyl is 100 times more potent than morphine, the primary pain medication in hospitals, and 50 times more potent than heroin.
They will see something colorful, and think it is candy, and they will eat it. So this is just a very devious, nefarious way to introduce drugs to children.
Varney says the rainbow fentanyl can come in a powder or even a chalk-looking substance. And while it hasn't yet been found in Texas, it's just a matter of time.
It's been found in at least 18 states as of the last week. So that is very worrisome. It is just a matter of time before it gets all around.
For parents like Carrington and Cantu, that means more worry and more awkward conversations with the kids.
And the only thing I can do is really arm them with the knowledge, right?
Now we have to talk to our kids at an even younger age about what not to eat and what to eat.